Hello, Floss Tube. It is 45 degrees here in Utah, partly cloudy, and I'm here to give you my stitching update from the highway and beyond. I'm Colette, the highway stitcher, and I appreciate you showing up with me. And I also just want to tell you all thank you so much for all my new subscribers, and also for you who make so many nice, kind comments on my videos. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate your support, and appreciate all your kindness too. Thank you so much. First of all, any highway life updates. I'm going to bare my soul a little bit. I don't normally do this, but it's a little bit easier here just on a video without people actually standing in front of me listening. Big scare this about 2 weeks ago. I was in Washington at the river house, and I did a video of the river and the house. If some of you saw that, about 2 days after the video, I ended up in the hospital. I had what was called a TIA, and in medical terms it's called a transient ischemic attack. And what it is it's a mild stroke with symptoms that rectify themselves after time. So the symptoms all went away within about 15-20 minutes. But it was really, really scary, really terrifying. My husband Chris had to call the paramedics, and they took me to the hospital. And I was there for observation for like 3 days. They wanted to do all these tests, so that's why they kept me under observation, and to see if I had another stroke or whatever while I was there. And I had every test. I was so sick of all the tests. I must have had, probably 7 or 8 tests. I can't even remember them all. There was like an MRI, CAT scan, ultrasound of my heart, ultrasound of my legs, an EEG of my head, all kinds of blood work, just test after test after test. So after all these tests, they couldn't find anything wrong, nothing. I don't have any clogged arteries. My blood pressure is good, even though it was high while I was there in the hospital. I think part of that was because of my anxiety. But my blood pressure generally is very good. No high blood pressure, no high cholesterol, no clogged arteries, no diabetes or pre-diabetes. Just no problems whatsoever. You know, it's like, it was just so, it was such a scary thing, but so unknown. And the doctors said they couldn't figure out why it happened. And so anyway, it put me on, you know, a couple different medications and sent me back to the river house. I have anxiety issues, so of course it didn't help my anxiety issues too much. But one thing that stood out for the whole thing was the kindness and the love of the people in the hospital. The doctors, the nurses, everybody who came in, the helpers, the people who came to take me to the tests, and they were all so kind, and I felt such love from them, and I just really appreciate that. And so anyway, and I also appreciate my faith and my belief in my God and His love and surrounding support. He wrapped His arms around me and helped me. So in that respect, I was really helped. And so I just wanted to let you know that that was kind of what happened in my life in a couple weeks ago, and I'm still trying to recover from it now. My medication for my anxiety isn't really helping very good right now, and so I'm having those kind of issues, along with they're trying to figure out the amount of medication I should take now and everything. So it's kind of a crazy time, but I know that I'll work it out, and appreciate all my friends' support, my family's support, my husband especially. He was just a gem, and I love him. And so I'm going to go on and with faith, and this will work out. So anyway, now on to better things, and it's my stitching. I wanted to get a stitching update done before very long, and so I wanted to let you know that I had 2 finished objects and 2 FOs on my Stitch9 challenge. Pretty excited. It's amazing. I didn't think that I would be doing so well on the Stitch9. Probably helpful to me because of the fact that a lot of my projects in Stitch9 were already partly done. But I want to show those to you. The first one I finished was my Prairie Schooler Santa, the sewing Santa. And of course I was working on him the last time I showed you. So it showed you an update. But he's all done now, holding his Christmas stocking, his scissors, and working on his sewing machine. And this was done on size 7 Colostrum fabric in the DMC Pearl Cotton, number 3, with the called for colors. I think he's the cutest thing ever, and I plan on making him into a pillow. So, pretty happy he's done. And then my other finished object was Little House Needleworks, Land of the Free. And this one was also partly done. So it didn't take too long to do, and it's a small project. But I'm happy that this one's also done too, which makes number 4. And this was stitched, I believe this is a 28 count even weave, but it's a mystery. It's one of my scores of mystery linens, and which I'm going to try to keep track of more now. So I don't really know for sure what the count is or what the color is, but it looks like kind of a off-white. And this piece here has a companion piece, which I also put on to the Stitch9 challenge. And I'm going to show it to you now for WIP, but it's almost done. Our church has a semi-annual general conference twice a year, and a few of us got together, including Handwork Maniac on Instagram and Blitz Stitch, and decided that we would stitch during our general conference. It's 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon on Saturday and Sunday, and then we would show our progress. And I started up on my second little house, which was Home of the Brave, and I only had the Home of the Brave done on this. And I was just amazed sitting and listening to spiritual counsel from our church leaders on how much I got done. I got done the vase and the house and a lot of the leaves and everything around it, part of the border. It was pretty exciting. So this is the companion piece to the other one I just showed you, and it's almost done. Not quite done, but it's pretty close to being another finished object, FO for the Stitch9, so it'll be number 5, I think. Yeah, number 5. So anyway, that's pretty good for, especially with me being kind of out of commission for a while. It was just nice just to stitch. I didn't feel like being around people very much. I would kind of get panicky and stuff, but just sitting and stitching, even though I was a little sore and tired, I got a lot of stitching done, actually. As far as whips, worked a little bit on a couple of my mystery samplers, but not too much. But I will show you what I got done. I had just done a little bit of the second block on the Frosted Pumpkin mystery stitch along Pumpkinville. All I had done. I think all I had done was just the few little snowflakes there at the top. So the bakery is taking shape, as you can see. There's a little guy or girl, not sure what it is now. I have to do more stitching on it to see. And they're cupcakes and cake. So, and they're the top part of the little bakery roof. So I did get more done on this, even though the first one I was going to show it to you, I didn't think I did. So that was that, Pumpkinville. Oh, and that is on 28 count. Picture This Plus Heroic. And it's all with the called for DMC. And then I didn't get any work done on the Words to Live By at all, but I did get a little bit done on a little border and start on the next block, second block for the Peacock's Garden for linen and threads. I'm not going to take this out of the Q stamps now to show you, but down there, of course, is the peacock. He's all done, and then I did some of the borders so that I could start up the second block. So a little bit done on Mr. Peacock. And this is done on a cream Lugana 28 count. Let me see if I've got it here. Yeah, and the color that I'm doing with it's the same color. It's DMC 3765. So, and then one other project that I'm working on is every Sunday I'm working on exclusively, or trying to. It's Shakespeare's Peddler's new release, A Savior's Praise. And Needlework Ellen on Instagram kind of suggested, oh, does everybody want to work on it on Sunday? And since it's a kind of a special piece about our Savior. So I went ahead and thought, oh, I'll go ahead and do that, give it a try. I haven't really gotten a whole lot done on it, but I do love it. I love the border on this thing. Not thing, on this really nice pattern. It's just such a fun border. So I've only got a little bit done here. It says Faith, and it's got the bird. It's in 40 count. Newcastle flax is the color, and it's all the called for colors as of now. So I hope to continue on that. And here's the picture of the actual pattern. I know it's in the plastic, but if you can see, it's got the coolest border on it. Houses, boats, you know, I just love it. So I'm going to try to do that every Sunday, a little bit of progress on it, which actually, you know, you can get a pretty good amount of progress done on things, even if you just do them one day. Okay, let's see if I have any other whips or anything. Nope, that's pretty much it for that. I do have a little bit of haul. These are March's Color and Cotton from Crazy Annie, and didn't even take them out. I was gone, you know, for part of the month, but I'll try to give you just a fast show here. These are the primitives. Such pretty colors. I'm grateful to be able to participate in this one and get these every month. And then the other ones, I get brights along with the primitives. And these are definitely bright. And such pretty colors. Just absolutely beautiful colors. Look at that. So that's some of my regular haul that I get every month. And I happen to be, before all my hospital incident, I don't normally get anything on Stash and Load. I'm not very lucky most of the time. But I happened to be on there and somebody posted something just as, like, I think they had posted like 5 minutes before. And I looked and I went, oh my goodness, I have really wanted to start this one set of patterns sometime. And then I saw another pattern I wanted, and so I just went ahead and said, me please, and amazingly, I got them both. And by the time I went on to pay and checked, practically every other one of her patterns was gone. So I was pretty lucky. I've wanted to do the cross-eye cricket collection of the seasons, and this person had autumn for a really good price. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and go for it then. Start out my collection. And so now I have autumn to work on sometime. And then the other one I happened to get was Eliza Scattergood. Eliza Scattergood by Plum Street Samplers. And I had always liked this one a lot too. And so I thought, cool. Another great pattern. So that was my luck on Stash and Load, which is usually not my way, not my style. I also started getting one other monthly item. It's lace related. Thought I would show it to you. I have a friend who contacts people throughout Europe and gets bobbins painted, different styles of bobbins, and she does all kinds of, she has these artists paint like monthly, what's the word for it, like, let's say people, like one time there was like the Queens of England, all the different Queens of England painted on the side of a bobbin a month. And so you would pay monthly for a bobbin, and you would get it painted on the side. And you pick your bobbin, pick your style, and they would do it. And she has started a series that I actually suggested to her. And she goes, Colette, that's a really neat idea. So she finally got someone to paint them and send out the first one to me. And so this is called her Cactus and Succulent series. And I don't know if you can see very well, but it's like, it says the name of the cactus, and it shows a picture of it painted on there. And this one is called a balloon cactus. It's just really pretty. I get a whole collection of bobbins by doing this. And sometime later, when I get my brain back on, I will actually show you all some of the different bobbins that I've gotten over the years for Bobbin of the Month Club, and that's what we call it. Just really, really fun, and such beautiful stuff. And that's really my only lace thing this video. I have had a lot of other things on my mind and haven't worked on my lace. I generally don't take it with me when I travel to the river house, because it's a lot of extra big stuff to carry. And since I've gotten home, I haven't worked on it. So I hope to have some lace stuff for you the next time I come on and do an update. I'm going to move to my plans. I'm kind of discombobulated. I'm not discombobulated. I'm not sure if that's a word or not. But anyway, you know what I mean. Kind of like airheaded, trying to remember things and think of things since this all happened to me. But I'm going to tell you what tentative plans that I do have. And I'm going to work on another Stitch9 challenge. And this particular one, not much is done on it. But I really want to get it done this year. And the reason why I want to get it done this year in 2019 is because of what it is. And I belong to the Society of the Mayflower Descendants. My descendant from the Mayflower is John Howland. He was a funny guy. He was actually a servant of one of the other passengers on the Mayflower. And during a storm, he ended up falling off the boat, and he was rescued. It's a good thing he was rescued, or I wouldn't, well, I would probably still be here, but his descendants wouldn't be here, and I might not be a Mayflower descendant. And he ended up getting married and having lots and lots of descendants. So anyway, I ended up tracing my lineage and becoming a member of the Society of Mayflower Descendants. And if you're aware of any history, it's the 400th anniversary of the Mayflower landing next year, 2020. So I wanted to, I had all these grandiose ideas of getting lots of Mayflower patterns done. Well, I'll be lucky to get one, maybe two done. But this one I put on my Stitch9 and not much is done on it, but I'll go ahead and show you. And this is what my plans are going to be for the next couple weeks, at least for one of the things I'm going to do. This is Little House Needleworks. It's called Mayflower Landing. Shows the Mayflower, the Pilgrims. And I started this piece last Stitch Mania. And I'm doing it on, I didn't write this down. Let me see if I wrote it down here. No, I know it's 28, picture this plus, and I think it's oaken. I'm not positive on that, but I think it is oaken. I have done a little bit of the left border, and I think it's so pretty. It's in the called for colors. It's just beautiful, and I really like it. So I'm excited about working on this. So I'm going to work on this for a couple weeks. Pretty just straight work on this one. See what I can get done. And of course finish the other little house to make that the number 5. I may end up going off of this, you know, after I get bored with it a while, but at least some more of it will be done. And I can hopefully work on a finish for it at the end of the year. I'm also going to continue working on the monthly Mystery Sales too. So, the last thing that I was going to mention is I had plans, for the last, it's been a good 8-9 months, I signed up for the Arizona Stitching Retreat, which is now called Stitch9, being put on by McKenna at Stitching in Sequins. And after I ended up in the hospital, I really didn't have, I thought to myself, well, I guess I'm going to have to cancel out. But through some good things happening, and looks like I'm fine as far as like given the clearance to go. My husband Chris is going to do my chauffeuring, which is really nice of him, and I'm going to go and relax and enjoy my stitching at Stitch9. Probably won't do too many shenanigans. I'm probably going to be just stitching a while and then going to bed. You know, I'm still tired and trying to recover, but I am really happy that I can still go and go to the retreat. I'm really, really happy for that. Anyway, this is just a short video. I just wanted to get this done before I headed to the retreat, because when I get back, we'll probably have a whole lot more to say then, and I don't want to try to get it all put in here now. And I do have a couple other things that I wanted to show you, but have opted not to do right now. So I'll have more after I get back, so that way I won't have too much by doing a short video now. And I really appreciate everybody. Appreciate you listening to me bare my soul, and anyway, thanks for all your love and support, watching my videos, and remember to look for the beauty all around you. Look for it when you're out on the highway, when you're traveling, look for it at home, and it's really there. People are wonderful. And anyway, I'll talk to you again after Stitch9 and after the retreat. You all take care. Bye.